Comedian and actor Sacha Baron Cohen has had an eventful 2020. One of his more famous alter egos, Borat, returned to make a big splash during the US election campaign, and then he took on a more serious persona in the Netflix release, The Trial of the Chicago 7.
He's also managed to fit in some time in Australia with his wife, actress Isla Fisher, and even spared a moment for our entertainment reporter, Catherine Chulich.
What is the problem, officer?
Got somebody that's strapped to the top of your car. You need to sit in that passenger seat, boss.
Only men and bears are allowed inside car.
You've had an amazing year, 2 incredible performances and 2 projects that had a lot of attention. I just want to first ask you about Borat, because the election is now passed, and Borat was very much a talking point through the election. Do you think it helped at all?
What is more dangerous, this virus or the
Democrats.
Can I say it made an impact? I mean, it was a plea for people to go out and vote. That's actually how we ended the movie. Maybe the most impactful thing that it did was to discredit Rudy Giuliani, although he's done a pretty good job himself since. The movie came out on the day of the final presidential debate, and on that day, Rudy Giuliani was giving over some fake information to discredit the Joe Biden. And because the movie came out, everyone was talking about why Giuliani had his hand down his trousers. So, did it affect the election? I don't know. I mean, I hope so. That's why I made it. That's why I had to have it out before November 3rd. It's why I put myself in some really silly situations.
Michael Penis, I brought the girl for you.
And were you surprised that the Kazakh government actually embraced Borat this time and with promotional tourism?
I was really happy about it, actually, because the Kazakhstan that we'd created is obviously this mythical country that has nothing to do with the real Kazakhstan. I chose Kazakhstan because it was a country that no one in America had really heard about, and it allowed us to create this world that had a tinge of kind of post-Soviet anarchy to it.
And of course, The Trial of the Chicago 7 was something very different. You played a real character, Abby Hoffman. What did that mean to you?
Well, Abby was a character that I've kind of been obsessed with since my 20s. I wrote my undergraduate thesis about Jewish radicals who were involved in the Black Civil Rights Movement. Abby Hoffman was one of those activists. 13 years ago, I found out that Steven Spielberg was making this movie. That was the first incarnation. It was written by Aaron Sorkin. That movie fell to pieces. I followed the project, and then 13 years later, Aaron Sorkin took over, and I said, is there a role for me? And he said, yeah, I wanted to play Abby again. So I can't believe it actually happened.
Do you have contempt for your government?
I'll tell you, Mr. Schultz, it's nothing compared to the contempt my government has for me.
I have to ask you an Australian question, seeing you're married to an Aussie. Obviously, we're doing great in Australia. There's a lot of people coming to Australia, filming. Any thoughts of doing any productions here, making an Australian character or spending more time in Australia? I know there's a rumour out there.
You can't make an Aussie character. There's no comedy here, mate. I mean, this is a serious country, right? I think there's more and more filming coming here because it's safe, right? Mm-hmm. You're one of the few countries in the world that really, the politicians stepped aside, whatever you want to think about the politicians, and said, okay, let's let the scientists, run this show. And it's been amazingly effective. I really hope it continues.